Alright, hey guys, it's Comic Book Steve here again with another new release haul. And I went to the flea market today, so I got a good stack of books from the flea market. It was moderately successful. There was nothing really outstanding that I picked up from the flea market. Just some books that I needed to fill in some Amazing Spider-Man gaps, and some books that piqued my interest. But anyway, let's start off with the new release books. So this is Infinity Gauntlet #1, and I'm pretty sure I didn't show any of these off before. I know it's been about 2 weeks since I've done a haul, so I tried to grab the books that I'm pretty sure I got. I know I got during that time. There might be some bleed over, so bear with me. But this is the Infinity Gauntlet #1, sketch variant edition. I usually don't get these because I'm kind of hesitant to get sketches done on these. I don't want to end up getting something that I don't like, and I don't want to spend like tons of money from an artist that I feel confident is going to do a job that I like, or like an artist that really means something to me. Uh, but I couldn't pass up a sketch variant with the Infinity Gauntlet logo on it. So one day, maybe even at the Boston Con in August, maybe I'll get someone to do a sketch on it, see what they're pricing. I'd also like to do kind of like a entire sketch. So I don't want to just like get like a face, although I might, but right now my thought is that I'd like to do like a full body sketch, or like a picture that encompasses the entire thing. Anyway, that's that. And I also got the Scotty Young variant. Couldn't pass up. Like I said, I mean, I'm getting a little tired of the Scotty Young variants, but this one, I really love the Infinity Gauntlet and Thanos, and both of them are front and center in this. So, and then I also got the regular cover. Overall, I thought it was a pretty good story. I don't know about you guys, but I think Secret Wars is firing on all cylinders. At least everything I've read from it, the main series, and all the times that I've been getting. I haven't gotten them all. Not getting Journal. I'm not getting any of the Inhuman stuff, or even most of the X-Men stuff. I'm not getting. But Infinity Gauntlet I thought was pretty awesome, even though it doesn't really. I mean, Thanos is in it a little bit, but not. It's not like focused on him. So it's not like a retelling of the original story from the '90s. It's kind of doing its own thing, which I think is fine. I think it's been pretty good so far. And then I also finally got the action figure variant of Ultimate End, the Miles Morales toy figure. I had a hard time finding that. I went to about 5 stores. There's a good amount of stores in the Boston area, so I went to about 5 of them, and I found this at the fifth one, like about 3 or 4 days after new release day. So I thought that was cool. It's not a highly sought after book. Doesn't go for a ton. You probably get it on eBay for about $3-4. But yeah, I wanted to grab this one. Glad to found it. Uh, Old Man Logan #1. Good old man Logan. So this was also a great issue. They say he might be bleeding over into the after Secret Wars Marvel Universe, so I think that's pretty cool. Makes me wish I had his first appearance still. Had it a long time ago, sold it. I don't want to pay $20 or whatever it's going for now. But this was a great issue, and I'll likely continue, at least with issue 2. Oh man, so this is super glad to have this one. The Renew Your Vows J. Scott Campbell variant. The store I went to this Wednesday was I went there at like 12:30, and they had one copy of this for $50, and a friend and I were both debating over whether or not who should get it, and then he backed out of it because it's a lot of money to throw down on one new release book, even if it is a variant. I think I'm not too keen on that. But given the history of the J. Scott Campbell books, I had to get it, especially the Spider-Man ones. I just love this cover. I love the emotions on their faces. It just looks so awesome. And I was really glad to find out this book is actually going for about on the high end 90, but in like the 70 to 90 range. Yeah, super glad to have it. Really, really happy. So that's that. And then we got. I didn't pick up the regular cover because I was already getting too many variants. But I did pick up the action figure variant of Renew Your Vows. And I picked up the Gwen variant of Future Imperfect. Also a great series. This is probably one of my favorite Gwen variants that they've shown so far. I'm going to try to get as many of them as I can. Some of them look pretty dumb. The Armor Wars one looks pretty dumb. The Groot one looks pretty dumb. So this one was high on my list of Gwen variants to get. So I'm glad to have found it for cover price. I don't think it was like a super rare variant. And then I think this is one of the ones I showed off a few weeks ago. A-Force #1, awesome book, Singularity. Secret Wars #3, the regular cover. Really like this cover. Awesome book. This probably so far it's shaping up to be one of the best event books I think I've ever read. I hope it continues it. It's usually hard for these kind of books to stick to the landing. But we'll see how it goes. It's already got some delays going on. I think #4 is supposed to come out in 2 weeks, but now it's pushed to July. So it's a little disappointing. Hopefully it won't kill the momentum. Then I also got the Gwen variant. I was shocked, honestly, that the Gwen variants were not like a lower print run, and would have. I thought they would have been like a 1 in 25, and priced for like $10, and I wasn't planning on getting more than just like the Hulk one and maybe the Venom one later in the month. They were all the ones I saw were cover price, so I grabbed the Doctor Strange one too. I thought this one was kind of cool. And then I got this. This is a free preview thing. Has a lot of previews from upcoming Secret Wars tie-ins. And these, I mean, I've said it before. These are the kind of things people just throw away. But then, like years later, you'll see videos of people saying, like, "Oh, Marvel Age number whatever is actually the first appearance of this character, even though it's just a preview." So these are the kind of books that it happens in. You don't consider it, and then years later, if something important happened in them, or a first appearance came along, it could go up in value, and it's free. It's just, the only thing it's taking up is space, so no loss there. This one I already had. This is not a haul book. I bring this up because I went to one of my shops a few weeks ago, and he mentioned that this book was. He had this as a wall book, and he's like, "Oh, well, yeah, I was surprised to see that this book was going for so much. Who knew?" This book is the last issue of Peter Parker's Spider-Man in the late 90s. This is the variant. There was another cover, or it might have been 50-50 variant. But there was another cover where he's swinging with the sun behind him. And then this is the defeated cover. I got this at a flea market last summer. I don't see it going for a lot on eBay. I don't know where he's pulling that information from, but I'm just throwing it out there. If you see it and you have any passing interest in it, I'd say grab it. You never know. Okay, so that was the end of my new releases, not including that Spider-Man one. Now we're going to get into, actually, let's go into one more hot book. These are also from my back issue collection. Miles Morales Ultimate Spider-Man 1. This book is going for about $10 now. Probably because it has a low print run and the interest in Miles Morales. So I would say keep an eye out for that. Check any shops that you have around you that keep relatively new issues on the wall or on the new release area. I know I have a shop that I saw this in not too long ago, and I might go back and check if it's still there and pick up another copy of it. I haven't decided yet, but yeah, Miles Morales, hot character. Pick it up if you can find it. And there's also a second print with a blue trim. Kind of glad I have it now. I really wasn't sure if I should have gotten it when I picked it up because it's only got the blue difference in the cover. But glad to have it now. And then this one I picked up. This was about $10. Avengers 80, the first appearance of the Red Wolf, who's in one of the promo images for the all new, all different Marvel now, or all new, all different Marvel, whatever they're calling it, after Secret Wars. So and they said they want to use him as like a prominent character. So I went on went on the internet, found out what his first appearance was. It's in this book. There's been a few people called Red Wolf, but this is the first appearance of the character Red Wolf. So even if they don't use this particular incarnation of him, it's still the first appearance of the character flat out known as Red Wolf. I paid $12 for this. Did I say that already? But I really could have held out for a better copy. The shop I went to had two copies. One was this one. The other one was a copy that was $10, but it had a stamp on it with the date, which I don't mind that. But it had like someone scribbled in the V a bit with like a pencil or something. And that really irks me. It's one of my pet peeves when I'm looking at books. If I see that, I usually pass up on it. This one's got some creasing going on. Not a great copy. It's got a little tear on the month over there. Some bends in the corner. And then, I don't know how you guys handle this, but when I pick up books, sometimes I'll look at the front, I'll look at the back, but I don't really open it and flip through it. I feel kind of awkward doing that in the shop with every book that I want to pick up, and I feel like I'm gonna damage it and then have to buy it anyway. So I usually don't do that and take my chances. On this one, it was a poor choice because when I got back to my office and flipped through it, I noticed a unpleasant tear and holes in the middle. So I was really bummed about that. So I don't know what grade this book is anymore. It wasn't in super great shape anyway, but now it's even in worse shape. So I'll try to get like an upgrade copy. Like I said, I don't know what they're doing with him exactly in the new Marvel Universe, but they are going to be using him, so keep an eye out. I'm going to be looking for a new copy, and keep an eye out for yourselves if you have any interest. Yep, that's about that. And then we get into, now these are the flea market books I picked up today. What do we got? 12 minutes, so we'll try to blow through these. Amazing Spider-Man Annual 97, Amazing Spider-Man Annual 98, Amazing Spider-Man Annual 99. I had a lot of annuals at this one place I went to. And then we get Annual 2000. Yeah, all pretty crappy annuals, all from like that Howard Mackie era of comic of Spider-Man, which was, if you were a Spider-Man fan back then, it was a rough time. So these books are not something you would hand to someone and say, hey, you want to read Spider-Man? Read these. These are the books you would yank off their table before they had a chance to read them, so they wouldn't spoil themselves in a bad way. Alright, so this is number 25 of Thor. I always see this one at the flea market. Not always, every so often. I'd say like every third time I'm at the flea market, I see this. And by the way, I paid less than $1 for all these ones I'm showing right now. These were $13 for 5. So starting with those annuals. And so this book it's the enhanced version. Thor vs. Thanos. I think Jim Starlin retconned this when he came back on the Thanos in the early 2000s. But John Romita art, awesome looking book. Yeah, I decided to pull the trigger on it. Not a sought after book by any means, but really awesome to look at. What else we got here? Trying to pull out all those ones I got in that set for 13 for 5. Oh yeah, Man of Steel #1. I didn't have this version of the cover, so thought I'd grab that. I was really debating getting this one, Infinite Crisis 5. I have no interest in Blue Beetle, but I remember seeing this in a few guys' videos. And it was cheap, so I picked it up, but it doesn't go for a lot on eBay. It goes for like $2. So I have to look back at your guys' videos, see why this was an important book. Maybe he's got like a TV show coming out. I usually don't do this, where I pick up a book just based on like I think it might be worth something, but I didn't want to pass it up either if it was like, I've seen it in a few videos, so I was like, should I get it? It was 13 for $5, so I was like, alright, fine. So I got it. It's only taking up space, right? This was another 13 for $5. 1602 Part 1. Not a fan of the series, but it's a part of Battle World now, so I thought with the relevance that I would pick it up. Like Neil Gaiman, at least. Not a fan of that particular series. One More Day sketchbook. Spider-Man Family number 8 with Iron Man, just before his movie came out. Spider-Man Family number 6, Frog Thor. Spider-Man Fairy Tales number 1, really weird book. And whoops, knocking around the camera here. And Spider-Man with Great Power number 1. So Fairy Tales and Great Power I probably won't be picking up later issues, just wanted to get the one issue. What else we got here? This was another one in the 13 for 5. Amazing Spider-Man 666. They didn't have that many Amazing Spider-Mans in. They only had like 2 Amazing Spider-Mans that weren't annuals. The other one I already had, but this one's in decent shape. It's got like a weird, I don't know if you can see that white cut in the coloring up there. Really strange defect, but another one to add to the collection. Then these next ones were 4 for $5. I think this one was $1. So that was Amazing Spider-Man 437. Another one I always forget that I don't have. Amazing Spider-Man 3. These ones are hard to get. The early Amazing Spider-Mans, like I was saying about the Howard Mackie era, these Amazing Spider-Mans are tough to get. I know I need them to fill in gaps, but man, did I hate that Brian Mackie run. It was fucking awful. Like, you know, I'm sure there's someone out there that likes it, but I just couldn't deal with it. It was really bad. I got rid of all the copies I picked up off the shelf of these, and kind of hurts a little picking them up again, but it's all to fill in the gaps. Spectacular Spider-Man number 6 with some weird character called Ace. It looks like a Michael Jackson reject. It's just to fill in my Black Spider-Man collection. And the last one I got was, this was $2. The final official issue of Miss Marvel. I really wanted to get that, so I'm glad to have picked it up. It's in pretty good shape. It's got some, I'm not going to open it up, but it's got some scuffing, not scuffing, but like the back images, the back ad is white, and it's got some like dirt on it, I guess. So it's not like pure white, unfortunately, but I think it's in pretty decent shape. It's got some scuffs in the corners. Not too bad, but this was one of the ones I was looking out for the Miss Marvel series. I like getting last issues, so I was really glad to have this. Even though this wasn't intended to be her last issue, it was the last one Marvel printed until the 90s, where they included the real final 2 issues in a anthology book, Marvel Superheroes or something. I think I showed them off in a video. They might even be in like the thumbnail for one, so if you're interested in that, you can check that out. Anyway guys, that's all I have for today. Kind counting down the days till Boston Comic Con. Gonna be awesome. Saving some money, selling some vinyl records that I don't really need anymore on eBay to get a good little, good bit of money for some keys. Hopefully, I'm looking for first appearance of Carol Danvers. That's a big one that I want. So we'll see if I can grab that. I think it's the first week of August is the show. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Catch you all later. Keep buying them books. Bye.